My name is Honorable Fiok Akpan. I represent 18 and Msurubion Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State.
Okay, so far so good, sir. The COVID-19 is getting more, we can't say it's worse than it's not worse. And the little thing we discussed inside the chamber, what are the things that you can say to Nigeria, sir, concerning this issue?
The very first thing is that as a legislature, we decided to respond as those in the first line of response, to be able to make laws, take decisions that is going to be to the benefit of Nigerians. And today we sought to amend the provisions of an archaic and obsolete legislation, the Quarantine Act, to be able to bring in clauses that would align with the present reality. And we undertook the first reading and the second reading of it. And then we equally had to look at the cases across the country with specific interest in Kano. And then we commended the effort of the Presidential Task Force and all the state government, and most especially NCDC and the medical professionals for the work that they have been able to do to curb this pandemic. And to Nigerians, thank God, Mr. President, yesterday, and different state governors have taken a position to be able to open the economy, but with specific instructions on procedures to follow. While that is going on, we appreciate that the Nigerians must take that benefit to go back to their businesses, but must adhere strictly to the protocol, government protocol, enunciated for the curbing of COVID-19. So to Nigerians, we want to have hope, and our prayer is that God Almighty would see us through. I know it's challenging times, with God on our side, and then with the effort of all our leaders, beyond party lines, bipartisan approach, we will be able to solve this challenge.
Yes, what will you advise government to do?
The House took a position before now. We passed the stimulus package, and the first stimulus package, which we are awaiting concurrence from the Senate, which would have to go to energize businesses. Today, we have equally taken a resolution when we were discussing on the motion on the provision of enough personal protective equipment for the medical professionals. We took a resolution on the need for the federal government to incentivize the local manufacturers to be able to produce the personal protective equipment locally. Can we look at tax rebate for them? Can we encourage? Because it's not only for the COVID period. If you look at now, the world post-COVID era across the world is going to spark nationalism. Each countries are going to work very hard to be able to satisfy their own people before they can go to help others. So we should start now to see how we can develop that local content and then encourage our manufacturers, take positions that will encourage the adequate supply of power and then stimulus to different businesses. And from then on, I think gradually we will be able to be self-sufficient. Away from the manufacturing, the world is going to witness so much investment in agriculture with the drop in oil price. So there is need for the central bank and others to be able to encourage more funding, more government participation in agro businesses, so that we will not only grow for self-sufficiency, that we can now begin to feed others, at least other countries around us.